Hi friends, I am Dr. Ganesh Jaishetwar, Senior Consultant Hematologist and Bone Marrow Transplant Specialist working at Yashoda Hospital, Somajuguda, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about the ongoing COVID-19 crisis across the society and its implications in patients with blood disorders, blood cancers and patients who have undergone bone marrow transplant or who are planned for bone marrow transplant. Like we have seen across the globe, the risk to life because of the COVID-19 infection varies based on patients' various medical problems like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, kidney disease, liver disease. Like that, persons having any blood disease will not be at high risk of infections, but once they develop infections, the chances of that infection going critical and these patients becoming more sick and risk to life once these patients get this COVID-19 infection will be higher. Now it is postulated that across the globe, as is from the data from the China, Italy and United States, the risk of life in patients with blood cancer or bone marrow transplant patients, the risk to life is almost 30 to 40%. Nowadays we are hearing so many news about the COVID-19 infections, not only in India but across the globe. Now you can hear that the risk normal persons is somewhere between 1 to 5%. Persons having various underlying diseases including blood diseases, the risk is high, ranging from 2 to 10%, right? So those patients with blood cancers or those who are undergoing bone marrow transplant, who have already completed bone marrow transplant within last 1 to 2 years, if they develop this COVID-19 infection, the risk that the chance that they may develop severe infection threatening their life is 30 to 40%, which is very high. That is the reason why we as blood cancer specialists strongly recommend our patients with blood diseases, blood cancers and for bone marrow transplant patients to stay at home. Follow all the precautions. As we know, there is no definitive cure found as of now for COVID-19 infection. So when a disease has no cure, what is the best strategy? Is to prevent that disease, to prevent ourselves getting that infection. So how to prevent? As has been enumerated by various authorities across the globe, stay at home, social distancing, follow social distancing, follow hygienic precautions, keep on washing hands periodically at least 20 seconds with alcohol based soaps or hand washes, so that the virus, even if it is accidentally acquired or contaminated on your hands, it will be killed through the alcohol based sanitizers. Now it has been shown across the globe that COVID-19 causes various manifestations, affect various organs in various ways. So of course the COVID-19 affects the blood system in a huge way, and it has been found from the Chinese and Italian studies that one of the common reasons of high mortality or high risk to life is because of widespread blood clots. This is called as disseminated intravascular coagulation. So because of this, nowadays we are using blood thinners. Again, this is a kind of hematological treatment, blood thinners for patients with critical COVID-19 infections. Apart from that, convalescent plasma which is collected from a patient who has recovered at least 14 to 21 days, recovered more than 14 to 20 days since his resolution of COVID-19 infection, and the plasma. So this patient is called as patient in convalescence. So that is the patient who has recovered from infection, that is called as convalescence, and that convalescent plasma, so plasma collected from the patient who has recovered more than 14 to 21 days from the COVID-19 infection, because the recovered patients will have antibodies in their plasma against these viruses, and those antibodies are collected through the convalescent plasma. And if it has been found across many centers across the globe that the convalescent plasma can be an effective tool to control the infection, because it contains the powerful anti-coronaviral antibodies which can help in the patients who is critically sick. If we infuse this plasma to the patient who are critically ill, that plasma containing the antiviral antibodies can fight the viral infections and may protect the patients from deteriorating or worsening further because of the COVID-19 infection. Now the third treatment options from hematological perspective is intravenous immunoglobulins. Again, the intravenous immunoglobulins are collected from the plasma, the immunoglobulins which are the antibodies which can fight various infections. So these immunoglobulins give the passive the capacity to fight infections. So intravenous immunoglobulins is just like convalescent plasma, but convalescent plasma is collected only from one patient, whereas intravenous immunoglobulins is collected from large pool of plasma, and the immunoglobulins are separated out, purified, and used as a measure against various infections including COVID-19 infections. So I want to conclude by recommending all of us to stay safe, stay healthy, try to remain at home as much as possible, utilize the newer tools like telemedicine, which is just like a virtual meet with your doctor, and without exposing yourself and your caregivers to the risk of acquiring infection from the hospital premises. So whenever possible, utilize telemedicine, and if your symptoms are severe, you can safely come to the hospital. We at Yashoda Group of Hospitals are taking utmost care to help our patients cope up with this COVID-19 crisis and to prevent the spread of infections from the hospital premises to the society. So I want to reassure all of you that even in the event of emergency or crisis, coming to the hospital is not that risky or not that dangerous as posed across different social platforms. When you need to be in the hospital, you have to be in the hospital, and we will take good care of you. We'll follow all the precautions at Yashoda Group of Hospitals to prevent you getting infections, and also to prevent all the society and our healthcare workers group to prevent the spread of the infections amongst ourselves.